God is omnipotent, resplendent, all-powerful. God has got no comparison. There is actually one thing that is greater than God. And what is that? Agne naya supatha raye asman vishwani deva vayunani vidwan yuyodhyasmaj juhuranameno bhuyishtham te namauktim vidhema. Translation. O Lord, Thou art the support of the fire of devotion in me. O Supreme Wealth, please take us by a divine path to where we can serve You. O Radiant One, You know all our countless intentions and karma performed in this world of Maya. Please destroy the karma that binds me and prevents me from meeting You. Over and over again, I offer my prayerful obeisance to You. He's saying, Lord, this devotional fire in me, this is You. It's Your energy. Why the analogy of fire? Because fire is extremely intense. In Sanskrit it is called sarva bhuk. It eats up everything. Samarath kahu nahi dosh gosai ravi pavak surasari ki nahi. Fire is pure, and whatever you put in the fire also gets purified. That is the nature of fire. But at the same time, there are different kinds of fires. One is the simple Agni, and the other is Bhav-Agni, the fire of material existence, which is burning all of us. So this Mahadavagni, the fire of material existence, we are all getting tormented in it. Varieties of miseries and sufferings. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. The chanting of the names of God is like a mirror had dust and you rub the dust off with a cloth. And the chanting of the names of God, it pacifies the fire of material existence. And then there is another kind of Agni. This is the Gyan-Agni, the fire of knowledge. Shri Krishna says, Gyan-Agni sarva karmani bhasmasat kurute tatha. Arjun, how will the karmas of past lives get burnt? He says, the fire of knowledge, if you can ignite it in yourself, spiritual knowledge. So this is the vidya that leads to awakening. That kind of knowledge will burn all the past karmas. But beyond the Gyan-Agni is the Agni that he is talking about. And this is the Prem Agni, the fire of devotion. This is the most intense. How intense is it? It is so intense that if it burns in someone, God Himself becomes a servant of that devotee. He finishes His almightiness. Nigamattarau pratishakham mrigitam militam param brahma militam idanim gopavadhuti patanchale nadham. The Sukti Sudhakar says, that God who you are not able to discover through the Vedas, you become all confused by apparently contradictory mantras. You will go and find Him all in one place, complete and whole, tied by the cloths of the gopis to a tree, because he was playing mischief and the gopis got together and tied Krishna. Now, who has the ability to tie God? But he gets tied in that fire of love that is burning in them. And that is why Narada ji, when he went to the house of Nanda and Yashoda, and he saw Purna Brahma carrying the sandals of Nanda Baba on his head and walking, he said, oh, this is unbelievable. Everybody is fathers, ultimate father. Manuji Maharaj's father, Brahma's father is Sri Krishna, is the father of the universe. And he has become the son of Nanda. So he says, Shruti mapare, Smriti mapare, Bharat mapare, Bhajantu bhavabhita, ahamiha nandam vande yasya linde param brahma. I don't offer my pranams to God. Then, have you become an atheist? No. I offer my pranams to Nanda Baba, whose sandals Sri Krishna is holding on his head. Everything is ulta pulta in Braj. That Bhagavan who doesn't enter the samadhi of the yogis is out here dancing to the clapping of the gopis. This is the power of the Shakti of Bhakti. That fire of devotion is an energy, it's a Shakti of God. And that Shakti is what we want from Him. We want Him to endow us with the same fire of devotion. Why? So that we can use it in His service. So, there is actually one thing that is greater than God, and that is His love. Which means that everything else is under Him. But when it comes to love, He is under it. And that love is what, that Shakti of love is what we want from Him. So we say, Prem Bhiksham Dehi. You know, in the daily prayer in the morning, this phrase comes. My Lord, please bestow alms of your love. So God says, if I give that love to you right now, will you live to tell the story of it? The temperature of that love is unbelievable. Now we talk of Radhaji's love, but you know the definition of Radha's love is given Aurvasto mat katurapi katham durvaleno rasame tapah praudho harivirahajah sahyate tannajane nishkranta ched bhavati hridayadyasya dhuma chhatapi brahmandanam sakhikulam apijwalaya jajvaliti. When Radha Rani doesn't have darshan of Sri Krishna, the fire of separation called Bhav-Agni that starts burning in her heart, it is so intense. The poet is trying to give us an idea. So the poet says that on top of a fire is the smoke. On top of the smoke is just a hazy line. You can make out little distortion because of the temperature, the flow of air. So that is called abhas of the fire. And the poet says if the abhas of the smoke on the fire of separation that is burning in the heart of Radharani were to come out of her body, the whole universe would be incinerated. But she controls it by the Yoga Maya power. Now, of course, Radhaji's case is unique because she is Yoga Maya. But even the saints, Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami were the chief disciples of Gaurang Mahaprabhu. So they would live in Vrindavan, and they were so renounced that they would sleep under the trees. And they would not even sleep under the same tree twice. I might get attached to the tree. So every night they'd sleep under a different tree, but in the morning that tree's leaves would be charred by the fire of Prem, love that was burning in their hearts. So to get that kind of fire, we need to prepare the vessel of our heart. So we say, God, please grace me with your divine love. God says, first you do your bit and create the vessel for it. Something we have to do, something he has to do. One man went to the tailor and gave a suit for stitching. He asked, how long will it take? The tailor said, God willing, it will be done in 3 days. With great expectation, he came back on the 3rd day and said, is my suit done? He said, not yet. God willing, it will be done in 4 days. Come again. So he went off and again he came. And the tailor said, God willing, day after tomorrow it should be done. So this guy had gotten irritated by now. He said, look, my dear fellow, if God is not willing, how long will it take? Which means that God is not responsible for our suits. That is our work. Certain things are assigned to us, certain things are assigned to Him. Our work is to do the sadhana and to prepare that vessel. Vessel means a pure heart, a pure mind. Now let us say you have a pure mind. Will your work be done? No. If you have the vessel, it doesn't mean you've got the goods. He has to give you the goods. You still need His grace. So God says, I will give it to you. What you will need to do from your side is create an intense longing for it. That is the price you will have to pay. Krishna Bhava Rasa Bhavita Mate Kriyatam Yadi Kutopi Labhyate Tasya Mulyam Api Laulyam Ekalam Janma Koti Sukritairna Labhyate. This verse says, Krishna Prem is so cheap. You can get it anywhere. It's not that you have to go to Ayodhya or Vrindavan and then you'll get it. You can get it right here in Allen, Texas, if you pay the price for it. What's the going rate? Is the Nasdaq gone up and Prem price has gone up with it, or is it going down nowadays? Says the price is the deep longing. You will have to create that longing and then cry out to Him. That longing is what Ramanujacharya called tap, the austerity. Shankaracharya called mumukshuta. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called parama vyakulata. Nimbarkacharya called it nishrayas, the most auspicious thing. Vallabhacharya called it sadhanahinta, the realization that all my sadhana has come to an end and I have still not met God. Now you cry out with all your being. Yogi Shri Krishna Prem, he put it very well. He said that divine grace intervenes only when you are at the end of your tether. For then, feeling lost, as you cry out with every fiber of your being to save you from your shipwreck, His love answers your call. and your heart is flooded with love, His light knelling the doom of centuries of darkness. So we have to prepare the vessel, and to do that you do sadhana bhakti and create the longing. And when we have the prem, what will happen? See, one is the sadhan bhakti that you are doing right now. You sit down and take your mind to Shri Krishna, and before you realize it, your mind has gone back into the world. And when the sadhan bhakti blossom further, you will reach Bhav-Agni. At that point, the mind will start sticking to God. It's not that you have to force yourself, it will be sticking. Now the naturality will come. But God realization has still not happened. You will still keep on doing your sadhana. And then at one point, when the vessel is completely ready and the longing has been created, now God will intervene by bestowing that power. So when you get that, vidyate ridya granthis chidyante sarva sanchaya kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. Now the karmas of endless lifetimes will be burnt. So that is what he's saying in the mantra. Bestow that. And then, as long as you live, you will be jivan mukt in this body itself. Which means you will have a body, but you will be liberated while alive. And when you depart from the world, you will go to the divine abode, where endowed with divine love, with para-bhakti, you will now enter the divine pastimes of Shri Krishna and eternally engage in His loving service. So with that, this mantra brings the topic of karma gyan bhakti to such an intense conclusion.